Hi, this is Richard C. I'm a math tutor at Wyzant, answering a question submitted by a student. This has to do with solving a quadratic equation when you have a parabola, equation of a parabola, and this is in standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. There are three ways to solve it. One way is to factor it and solve it, but this particular problem doesn't factor. Another way would be to use quadratic formula, but we've been instructed to solve this by completing the square. So we're going to follow instructions and go in that direction. Now there are different ways to complete, it's taught a little differently from teacher to teacher. I'll show you the way I think is the best. Let me just start by copying it here. I like to bring over the constant first. That's always my first step. So I've brought it over now. Now I notice that a, the coefficient of the x squared term, is 1. So I don't have to do any more work here. If this coefficient was not a 1, if it were instead an a in front of this x squared, I'd have to divide both sides by a. So that's a little complication that is not needed here. So now I'm ready to just use the formula that goes with this procedure, which is to just the formula is b over, oh boy, that really came out looking weird, b over 2 squared. Now in our case b is 2, so remember it's ax squared. A is up here, a is 1, b is 2, c is -3, ax squared plus bx plus c. So b is 2, so 2 over 2 squared is just 1 squared, which is 1. And so the magic number that I'm going to put in here is a 1. So let me go back, change colors. We'll put in a 1 now. Add 1 to the left-hand side. I have to add 1 to the right-hand side because this is an equation. It has to stay in balance. Now, if we did our job correctly, this magic formula here will give us a perfect square on the left. And if you factor this, you'll see this factors to x plus 1 times x plus 1. And on the right-hand side, I'll just change that to a 7. And now we want to write this as a perfect square. So x plus 1 quantity squared equals 7. So if that's true, then x plus 1 is equal to plus or minus square root of 7. And that means that x is equal to -1 plus or minus square root of 7. Now, some teachers are perfectly happy with this as an answer. Sometimes you'll find a teacher actually wants it to be written as 2 answers, which it is. It's 2 answers, but here it's just combined. So, but we can separate this into -1 plus root 7 and -1 minus root 7 as our 2 answers. Now this question came in with a form to be filled in, but unfortunately when I cut and paste the question, the form did not carry over, so I don't have an opportunity to fill in the form. But see, if there's more than one solution, separate them with commas. Okay, so let me just finish this off then. So it'd be -1 plus root 7 comma, -1 minus root 7. Okay, so that's what the teacher wants in this particular case. Again, this is all a matter of taste. Some teachers will accept that. I, I would think most teachers would accept that, and most teachers would accept that as well. Well, you always have to do what the teacher asks you to do, so just be careful you follow instructions, obviously, every time you do one of these problems. But that's it. So completing this square is really the setup, which is to get rid of the constant, and then assuming a is 1, you can just jump right in, use this magic formula, and if you apply the magic formula, you're going to end up with a perfect square on the left. And that's the beauty of completing this square. Okay, that's it for this problem. See you again next time. Bye-bye.